Prime Minister and all our distinguished guests, when we set on this journey a year ago, not in our wildest dreams did we ever think we would be in Parliament and the Prime Minister shaking our hands. So we are very, very humbled to be here.
Poštovani predsjedniče Vlade, dragi gosti, kada smo krenuli planirati ovo naše putovanje...
Okay.
Mi smo s Novog Zelanda, ali...
Yeah, okay. So here we are. We're from the far north of New Zealand, and that's the representation on our thing. So we're not Auckland, we're not the big city, we're country people north, and had a bit of a dream to bring this team back to see our descendants. This is my wife's 5th visit to Croatia, so we've been here, but we wanted to bring our sons and all the rest of our young people in the north back up to have the opportunity to reconnect with their families. So that's been a big part of this. You know, you're good, I keep talking? Yeah. So the journey started, and we needed to fundraise and do lots of money, lots of things to get us here, but we've arrived here, and we've absolutely enjoyed it. The hospitality has been outstanding. The people have been welcoming. We've had about 3 or 4 parliamentary visits and all that, so it's been, it's been really, really good. We just recently went to down to Makaska, and where most of our Makaska and below is where most of our families come from, and we reconnected with them, and we sent all our players and supporters to meet up with their descendants and to cemeteries, and to go up there and see your surname in a cemetery on the other side of the world was pretty inspiring for a lot of these people.
Hvala Marko, poštovani članovi hrvatske zajednice, poštovani ragbijaši. Od srca vam zahvaljujem što ste se odlučili na ovaj dolazak ovdje i što ste iskoristili sport, u vašem slučaju rugby, kao poveznicu vaših predaka, vaših korijena i vaših sadašnjih života.
Hvala lijepa Marko, prije svega dobrodošli. Ja ću govoriti hrvatski, pa ćete vi polako to njima prevesti, ali evo najljepši pozdrav gospodinu Jurlini, tati, kapetanu, sinu i svim ostalim i ragbijašima, navijačicama, prijateljima, i zahvala što ste skupili novac i došli u posjet domovini vaših djedova.
So first of all, a very warm welcome. I will be speaking Croatian. So thank you to Dad, Jurlina, thank you to Son, thank you to all the players and all the friends that have gathered here today. Thank you for raising the funds to come here and to visit the homeland of your ancestors.
Pozdravljam i gospodina Holjevca, prvog čovjeka hrvatskog ragbija, pozdravljam i našu počasnu konzulicu Novoga Zelanda ovdje, sve moje suradnike, gospodina Pavića, gospodina Milasa koji vodi Ured za Hrvate izvan Hrvatske, glavnu tajnicu Vlade, gospođu Ferenčić, naše suradnike, i u ime svih nadam se da se dobro osjećate ovdje u Vladi. Nama je svima poznato da su Hrvati koji su na Novom Zelandu došli iz jednog manjeg dijela srednje Dalmacije, došli ste mahom iz kraja odakle su i moji roditelji. Meni je mama iz Podgore, puno je vaših prezimena podgorskih, to vidim po majicama, iz Makarske, a očevi su roditelji sa Hvara, znači među svojima ste i po ovoj mikroperspektivi. Father and grandfather from Hvar, because I see all the family names on their shirts which I know.
So, all in all, you're among friends and family here.
Također, jako mi je drago da ste došli i to kao rugby tim, što je po meni posebno lijepo i simpatično, jer je jedan krasan, čvrst, pravi sport, muški, evo zna gospodin Holjevac da ih podržavamo i pratimo.
And I'm very glad that you came here to represent rugby. Rugby is a beautiful, firm, manly sport, and as Mr. Holjevac is well aware, we do support rugby here as well.
Plus, niste vi jedini na europskoj turneji. Malo sam sad googlao, vidim da su i All Blacksi trenutno u Europi.
So you're not the only ones touring Europe, it seems. All Blacks are also touring it right now.
Tako da oni igraju malo sa Francuskom, Italijom, Irskom, vi igrate sa selekcijom Dalmacije, reprezentacijom Hrvatske, lila je to.
So they play against France and Italy, you play against Dalmatia and Croatian national team, so we're there somewhere.
Također, bitno je da vaša generacija Hrvata sa Novog Zelanda stekne dobar dojam o Hrvatskoj danas.
And it is very important for you as your generation from New Zealand to get the right impression of Croatia right now.
Jer vaši su preci otišli davno, otišli su u neko drugo vrijeme, u vrijeme nekih drugih država na ovim prostorima, a sad ste došli u svoju domovinu.
Because your ancestors, when they left the country, it was a very long time ago and it was a different country. Now you returned to your own homeland.
Danas je Hrvatska zemlja koja je riješila sve svoje strateške nacionalne zadaće.
Today Croatia is a country which has solved all of its strategic national tasks.
Imamo teritorijalnu cjelovitost nakon Domovinskog rata i agresije velikosrpskog Miloševićevog režima početkom 90-ih.
So we have territorial integrity after the Homeland War and after Serbian and Milošević's aggression in the early 90s.
Imamo demokraciju, imamo vladavinu prava i imamo snažne institucije.
We also have democracy, we have the rule of law and we have strong institutions.
Hrvatska je danas u potpunosti integrirana u Europsku uniju i u NATO.
Today, Croatia is fully integrated in the European Union and in the NATO.
Što znači da pripadamo zapadnom civilizacijskom krugu.
Which means that we belong to the Western civilizational circle.
To naravno podrazumijeva da je i naše gospodarstvo i socijalni standard danas na bitno višoj razini nego što je to bilo ranije.
This of course means that our economy and our social standard is at a much higher level than it used to be.
I zadovoljni smo da je evo upravo u vremenu kada mi imamo povjerenje kao vlada na temelju volje hrvatskog naroda upravljati zemljom.
And we are happy and satisfied to say that right now, at the time that we as the government have been entrusted to govern the country, entrusted by the Croatian people,
da smo ostvarili neke od velikih završnih strateških postignuća, postali smo dio europodručja, dio šengenskog prostora, a iduće godine postaćemo i članica organizacije globalne za ekonomsku suradnju i razvoj.
And we have in fact achieved our greatest strategic achievements, such as becoming a member of the Euro area, of the Schengen, and next year of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development.
Sve to govori da Hrvatska danas ima sve pretpostavke za snažan ekonomski rast i visoku zaposlenost i veće plaće i mirovine.
This all means that today Croatia has met all the prerequisites to have a strong economic growth, higher employment and higher salaries and pensions.
Naš će rast ove godine biti oko 3,5-3,6%, što je visoki rast u odnosu na druge zemlje Europske unije.
Our growth this year is at a level of 3.5 to 3.6%, which is an excellent level compared to other EU member states.
Zaposlenost je nikada veća, ima 1.750.000 ljudi koji rade u Hrvatskoj.
Employment has never been higher. We have 1,750,000 employed people in Croatia.
A nezaposlenost nikad manja, praktički niža od 5%.
And we have never had lower unemployment, which is now lower than 5%.
S obzirom da ste bili na moru, vidjeli ste kakav je danas hrvatski turizam.
Given that you have visited our coastal part, you have seen the state of tourism in Croatia today.
Jedna smo od odnosno rijetka smo zemlja, jedina na Mediteranu koja godišnje ima multiplikator u odnosu na broj stanovnika i broj turista 5. Dakle, skoro 4 milijuna ljudi, više od 20 milijuna turista.
In other words, we are one of the rare European countries and the only Mediterranean countries with a multiplier of 5 compared to the number of its citizens and tourists. So for 5 million tourists, we have 20 million, sorry, 4 million citizens, 20 million tourists.
To nemaju puno veće turističke destinacije svijeta.
There are much greater tourist destinations in the world that cannot boast these numbers.
A to sve dolazi iz kraja odakle su vaši djedovi i bake.
And all these numbers come from the area that your ancestors come from.
Tako da mi je izuzetno drago da ste vi kao jedna nova, mlada generacija ljudi koji su hrvatskog porijekla, a danas žive u Novom Zelandu, a naši ste, vidjela današnju suvremenu, modernu Hrvatsku.
And that's why I'm very glad that you, as a new young generation from New Zealand, was able to see and is able to see a new modern Croatia.
I zato preporučam našega državnog tajnika, gospodina Milasa, da zajedno sa svojim suradnicama i suradnicima nastavi podržavati brojne projekte za Hrvate izvan Hrvatske.
And that's why I would recommend our State Secretary, Mr. Milas, and his associates to continue developing projects for Croats who live outside of Croatia.
Mi smo po logici stvari fokusirani na Hrvate koji žive u Bosni i Hercegovini kao konstitutivan narod.
We of course focus on Croats who live in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croats being a constituent nation there.
Na Hrvate koji su nama susjednim zemljama kao manjine.
Croats that live as minorities in the neighboring countries.
Ali jednako tako veliku pozornost pridajemo Hrvatima koji su naše iseljeništvo ili potomci naših iseljenika poput vas i zato sam i osobno sretan da imamo ovu priliku susresti se danas, pozdraviti vas i potaknuti da dođete ne samo ovako kao lijepo strukturirani, organiziran rugby tim, nego i privatno ponovo sa vašim obiteljima.
Northland Tarara. Da. Hvala puno. Tako da vi ste pozvali 100%. Živi Goške.